Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to get our hands dirty and build something that's everywhere these days, a basic rule-based chatbot. We're going to break down how it all works and the setup process step by step. Let's dive in.
I mean, you've seen these things everywhere, right? Handling customer service, booking appointments, you name it. And building one might seem super complex, like something only a huge company could do. But honestly, the basic idea behind a simple bot is surprisingly simple and a fantastic way to get started.
So that's the big question, isn't it? How does a program know the difference between "hi there" and "how's it going" and figure out what to say back? Well, spoiler alert, it's not magic. And for this kind of bot, it's not even fancy machine learning. It's all about pure, simple logic. And that's what we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so let's get right down to the fundamental concept. Before we even touch a line of code or open a dashboard, we need to get our heads around the simple idea that powers a rule-based bot.
See, the bot isn't actually thinking. It's just playing a matching game. It's built to spot the intent behind what you're saying. So if you type, hey, hello, or what's up, the bot can be programmed to see all of those as a greeting. Then it just looks at its little rulebook and picks the response it was told to give for a greeting. Something like, I am good, how about you? It's simple, it's predictable, and it's super reliable. Okay, enough theory. Let's actually build something. Every single bot needs a place to live and talk to people. This is its public face, the front door where users will come knocking.
So you're probably thinking, okay, sounds cool. Where do I even begin? To get our bot out into the world, we need a platform. For this walkthrough, we're going to use Facebook Messenger, and that means we need to set up two key things first. First up, you need a Facebook page. That's basically your bot's face. It's what people will find and send messages to. And second, you need a Facebook app. Think of the app as the operator working behind the scenes. It's the thing that actually catches the messages. So the page is the face, and the app is the first link in the chain to the brain.
So we've got the face, but where's the brain? Where does that pattern matching logic we talked about actually happen? Well, it needs a home, and that brings us to the bot's backend server.
The Facebook app knows when a message comes in, but it has no clue what to do with it. Its only job is to catch that message and immediately forward it to the real brains of the operation. And that brain is a web server running the code you've written.
Your bot's code has to live somewhere on the internet, right? It needs a home that's always on and ready to listen for those messages. That's where a service like Heroku comes in. It lets you put your code online and run it without having to worry about managing servers yourself. And getting it set up is super straightforward, really just 3 steps. You make an account, you click a button to create a new app, which gives you a unique web address, and then you push your code up to it. That's it. Now, for this to actually work, you're going to need 3 key files. You've got app.py, which is where your main bot logic lives. Then there's the proc file, which is just a one-line file that tells Heroku how to run your app. And finally, requirements.txt is like a shopping list of all the extra code libraries your bot needs to do its job. Okay, this next part is, well, it's kind of the most important step. We have the face on Facebook and we have the brain on a server. Now we have to build the bridge that lets them talk to each other. So how in the world does Facebook, over on its servers, talk to your code running somewhere else entirely? And then how does it get a reply back? The answer comes down to 2 really important ideas: a webhook and a page access token. So the first piece of the puzzle is something called a webhook. And the easiest way to think about it is like a special direct phone number for your server. You give this phone number, your server's web address, to Facebook and say, hey, anytime someone messages my page, I want you to call this number and tell my server about it. But wait, how does Facebook know your server is allowed to send messages as your page? That's where the page access token comes in. It's basically a secret password. When your server sends a reply, it includes the secret token. Facebook checks it and says, yep, this key is legit. This server has permission to speak for this page. So to wrap up the setup, it's a quick 3-step process in your Facebook app settings. You give it your server's URL, you make up a simple password, a verify token that both your server and Facebook know, just to make sure they're talking to the right place, and then you flip the final switch. You subscribe your app to your page's messages. All right, everything is wired up. All the pieces are in place. It's time for the moment of truth, to see all that setup result in a real, actual conversation. The plumbing is all connected. The Facebook page is live, the server code is running, and the webhook is listening.
So now when a user sends a message, it travels all the way from their phone to your Facebook page, which tells your Facebook app, which then calls your server, which thinks for a second and sends a reply all the way back. And boom, there it is. A user types, "Hello." Your code running on its server sees that message, recognizes it as a greeting, and sends back the programmed response. It actually works. You've just built a real working chatbot. And look, this is really just the starting line. Now that you have this whole system set up, you can make the bot's logic as smart as you want. It could look things up in a database. It could call other websites for information. The only limit really is what you can dream up for it to do.
Hey, I really hope that cleared things up for you. If you found this useful, do me a favor and hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.